Welcome to TechFest. In this video, we are going to discuss about Lambda Expression. It is a very important Java 8 features. So let's just start. What is Lambda Expression and why it is introduced in Java 8? Basically, in Java 8, there is a one feature called functional interface being introduced. So Lambda expression is nothing but the implementation of abstract method defined in a functional interface. So before jumping to Lambda expression, what is exactly the functional interface? Functional interfaces are those interfaces which have only one abstract method. There is only one abstract method defined in a functional interface, and other methods would be a default and static, but there could be only one function abstract method can be defined, and those functional interfaces basically annotated with the @functional interface. If you are not annotating that interface with @functional interface, then also it will be okay. It's just having one condition that it should have only one abstract method. So suppose I'm going to define one functional interface. Demo lambda, and in this I'm just going to define public void display. This is working as a functional interface, okay. And if I want to call this function or the implementation of this function using Lambda expression, so we can do like this. We can define demo lambda functional interface references. I am just taking TL as a reference, and then we would like to write as something like this. Hello world. And if we call dl dot display, let's see what it will print and how it works. See, it came as, it printed the hello. So this is basically a Lambda expression, which is basically providing the implementation of this abstract method, and when we are calling this abstract method, it is printing whatever we have written in this Lambda expression. So this is how we can use Lambda expression to implement the abstract methods of functional interfaces. Okay, now suppose if I will write one more abstract method, let's see how it behaves. If I'm going to write this, now it is giving error. What error? The target type of this expression must be a functional interface. Okay, so suppose now I'm going to annotate with this also a functional interface. Let's see if this error will go on or not. Now here itself the error is coming. Why? Because if the functional interface, there should only be a one method of abstract method. So if I will remove this method, the error will go on from here. Okay, so what we said that a functional interface should have only one abstract method. It can be annotated with @functional interface. It is not mandatory, but the condition of defining a functional interface would be there should be only one abstract method. Now can we define a default method here? Let's just define a default method, one default method, and let's see if this will give error or not. Suppose I'm just get message and it will return A. It is not giving me error. Let's just try to run this code even. And also I'm going to write system.println dl dot get message. I'm trying to print this here also by calling the default method with the reference of this. Yeah, you can see that that message is also printed, and it haven't given me any error. So functional interface can have only one abstract method. It can have multiple default and multiple static methods. So that is the functional interface. So now come to the Lambda expression again. So to provide the implementation of those abstract method, or I would say the functional interfaces, right, we can define a Lambda expression. And what is the benefit of Lambda expression? Because before Java 8, when we want to implement this interface method, what we have to do, there are two ways. Either we will define one implementing classes for this, or if I want to define this switch thing in Java 7, how could I do? I could write something like dl1 equal to new this and this. And why here asking? It is asking here for this. Why given this? What is it asking? It is asking that the type new demo must implement the inherited abstract method display. So now this is basically anonymous class, okay, and it's implementing this interface. So we have to give the body of display. Let's just try to give the body. I'm going to write some message. Suppose the same message I'm going to write here also in Java 7. Okay, now if I want to call this functionality, right, I am just typing as dl1 dot display. Okay, now it is printed. Now you can see the difference in writing the same implementation in Java 7 or before Java 8 versions, and you can see the difference in Java 8. So here is the code for Java 8 for providing the implementation of abstract method of functional interfaces, and here is the functionality which is implemented in Java previous versions of Java 8. I mean Java 7, Java 6 and so on. So how many lines of code are there? And here there is a one inline code which will provide me a functionality of implementation of this. So this is the magic of Java Lambda expression. It is providing inline implementations for abstract methods of functional interfaces. Now how many types we can define the Lambda expressions? So and what would be the syntaxes for Lambda expression? So let's just see the syntaxes. So first is basically a method body references, where we are just defining double braces, and then we are defining arrow and space, and then whatever we want to give the body of this. Okay, so this is the first type. We can define braces, then arrow sign, and then curly braces. In this we are providing the body of that implementation, whatever we want to do the functionality in that. The second type would be, we can pass the one parameter. Suppose that we are passing one argument called a, and then this, and then this. And the third type would be we can pass multiple arguments like a comma b. We can do this and we can define this. So without argument, one argument, and multiple arguments. So these are the three ways we can define the lambda expression. Let's just demonstrate all this. Okay, now we can say that this is the display method. Now if I'm molting this, okay, and I am saying that now display is taking one str. Okay, now it is giving me error. So now here pass string str and that string, suppose that is the one, and here I am taking as str. Okay, now here if I am passing this str1, and let's see what it will print it. Okay, I am commenting out this statement, not calling the for method. Okay, so we can see that it is printed hello world, and whatever we have defined the argument over here, it is printed that. Now suppose that if I want to do another thing, I am going to define one more functional interface. It is basically I'm defining a demo1, and here I am defining as calculate, and here I am going to define like integer a comma integer b. Okay, and now here in the lambda expression I am commenting out this statement also, not required with this statement also, making this in place. Okay, so we have seen that without argument lambda expression, we have seen that one argument lambda expression. Now we are seeing we are going to see that multiple argument lambda expression. Okay, so for this I am going to define like this. I am saying that it make me add function and add lambda, and now here I am going to define integer a comma integer b, and then I'm going to say that return a plus b. Return. Okay, so here we haven't defined the return type of this. Okay, now it is returning. It's not required actually. Return statement is also not required. Okay, now this is one lambda expression. Similarly, I am going to define second lambda for doing subtraction, and here I am defining minus, and I am going to define the third lambda expression, which is basically doing multiply, and here I am just multiplying this. Okay, we have defined three lambda expressions. Now let's see. So I am just calling this calculate and passing two integers. Okay, so I am just doing 5, and I am taking first one as 10, and second one as 2. This is the first statement. Now similarly I am going to call on this and calculate same amount of argument I am passing over here also, and for the third one I am passing like this 10 to this. Okay, now I have to print this, right? Without that everyone won't get it. Okay, so I'm just putting all this statement in. C side. Okay. Quickly set equal to this. Just putting here, putting here. And just copy pasting over here. Okay, now I'm just changing this here, multiply, and just removing this state. Okay, now what we did, we have created one more functional interface which is basically taking 2 arguments, and we have provided the 3 different implementations using Lambda expression. So these are the 3 different implementation. In the first implementation, what we are doing, we are saying that if you are passing these 2 integers, I am going to add it and provide you a result. In the second Lambda expression, I am saying that if you with these integers I am doing the subtraction and provide you a result. In third, I am doing the multiplication and provide you a result. Okay, let's call it. See, we have in the first state lambda by using running the first Lambda expression, it is basically doing the addition. In the second one, it is doing the subtraction, 10 minus 2 8, and in third one 10 multiplied to 20. And now you can see that the difference, right? I have provided 3 different implementation within 3 line itself, right? And suppose that before Java 8, if I want to do the same operation in Java 7 or the previous versions, how many lines of code it would be? I need to define either 3 anonymous classes or 3 implementing classes, where I will define one for addition class, one for subtraction class, one for multiply class, and there I have to provide the body for the that method calculate, and then I will be able to do it, right? And this is basically the magic of this Lambda expression. It is providing an inline functionality, inline implementation for functional interfaces, abstract methods. So this way we can define the Lambda expressions, and it is very important feature because if I would say the Java 8 feature, all the features are going around for the implementation with the Lambda expression. Yes, and this Lambda expression is basically highly used when Java 8 programming. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like on this video, and comment. Thank you.